Nelson Street Boys RC advanced to the semi-final of the Trinidad and Tobago Primary Schools Football League with a penalty kicks triumph over St. Paul's Anglican on Tuesday. Also advancing from the quarter-final assignments were St. Mary's Government and Arima Boys RC. After capturing their respective District Under-11 crowns, Victoria's St. Paul's Anglican met Port of Spain and Environs champions Nelson Street Boys RC at the Trinidad quarter-final stage. Just minutes in on the Hazley Crawford Stadium's training field, the game's first goal was scored by Nelson Street's Tafari Charles. The same player could and should have had a double minutes later. That save proved critical to St. Paul's efforts to equalise, which they did with Raid and Charles's composed finish after a neat build-up along the right. That allowed them to go in level at 1-1 at the break. And early in the second, St. Paul's got their first lead on a laser strike from Malachi Joseph. However, Nelson Street had a player equally capable of striking them cleanly, Giovanni Johnson, giving his team the last say in regulation time. And after a goalless extra time period, they could only be separated on penalties. Nelson Street scored all three of their kicks, St. Paul's scored one and missed one, and with that, the boys from East Port of Spain advanced to the Trinidad Primary Schools semi-finals 3-1 on PKs. Southeast District winners St. Mary's Government also move on with a 3-1 penalty kicks win over St. Patrick's winners Siparia RC. St. George East champs Arima Boys RC hammered Northeast's Kumana SDA 10-0. Caroni District's Shogunas RC has a bye into the Trinidad semi-finals.